Every single person who works for a living knows the intense frustration of the traditional 2-week pay cycle. You put in 40 hours of hard labor this week, you track your time, you log your shifts, but when an unexpected car repair pops up or an urgent bill hits your inbox on Tuesday, you are told to sit on your hands and wait until next Friday to touch the money you have already earned. That creates an artificial gap between work done and reward received, pushing millions of hardworking people straight into the arms of high-interest credit cards, overdraft fees, or predatory payday loans that charge exorbitant interest rates just to give you access to your own wealth. This brings us to earned wage access, a financial technology solution that is fundamentally changing how people interact with their paychecks, with DailyPay standing right at the center of this movement. DailyPay is an employee benefit platform that integrates directly with an employer's payroll and timekeeping system to track your earnings in real time. The moment you clock out of a shift, DailyPay updates your available balance inside their app. Instead of waiting for the official company payday, you can open the app and instantly transfer a portion of the money you have already earned straight into your personal bank account, debit card, or payroll card. Understanding how this mechanism operates clears up a massive misconception that frightens many first-time users. DailyPay is not a loan, it is not a cash advance, and it does not involve credit checks or interest rates. When you use a traditional payday loan, you are borrowing money against a future, unearned paycheck with dynamic interest that compounds rapidly if you fall behind. With DailyPay, you are simply accessing liquidity that is already legally yours. If you earned $200 on Monday, that money exists in your earned wage bucket. DailyPay simply advances that specific amount to your bank account today. When the official company payday finally arrives, your employer processes payroll normally. The exact amount you transferred early through DailyPay is automatically deducted from your total paycheck, and the remaining balance is directly deposited into your primary bank account, just like always. You never have to manually pay DailyPay back out of pocket because the system reconciles the funds behind the scenes directly through your employer's standard payroll pipeline. This setup sounds like a miracle for managing cash flow, but you must look at the hidden risks, fee structures, and psychological traps before relying on it as a permanent lifestyle tool. First, consider the costs. DailyPay is completely free for employers to offer, but the fee model for employees depends heavily on how fast you want your money. If you request a standard transfer, which takes 1 to 3 business days to land in your bank account, the transaction is usually completely free. However, if you are stuck in a real emergency and need instant access to your funds within minutes, DailyPay charges a flat fee per transaction. While a flat fee of a few dollars sounds small compared to a predatory loan, those small instant transfer fees stack up dramatically if you are pulling money out 3, 4, or 5 times every single week. Transferring small amounts repeatedly means you are constantly paying a toll just to touch your own salary. Second, there is the psychological trap of running your balance down to zero before payday even arrives. When you get used to spending your wages the exact day you earn them, your final paycheck on official payday shrinks to almost nothing. This creates a vicious cycle. You look at your actual payday deposit, realize it cannot cover your fixed monthly expenses like rent, mortgage, or recurring utility bills, and feel forced to immediately pull from your next week's earnings early just to survive. That creates a dependency cycle where you are constantly living one day behind, relying on earned wage access not for genuine emergencies, but as a crutch for daily spending. Third, DailyPay is strictly a workplace benefit, meaning you cannot simply download the app and use it on your own. Your employer must explicitly partner with DailyPay and integrate their software into their company timecard systems. If you switch jobs or work for a company that does not offer on-demand pay, your access disappears completely. To make DailyPay work for your financial growth rather than against it, you must treat it as a strategic tool rather than an everyday spending wallet. The ultimate actionable takeaway is to treat DailyPay strictly as an emergency reserve fund. Set a firm rule for yourself that you will only initiate a transfer for unpredictable, unavoidable expenses like a sudden medical bill, a flat tire, or preventing an immediate late fee on a utility bill that would cost far more than DailyPay's instant transfer charge. Whenever possible, plan ahead and opt for the standard 1, 2, 3-day free transfer option to avoid paying transaction fees entirely. Furthermore, use the built-in tracking features inside the app for budgeting. DailyPay gives you a daily line of sight into your accumulated net income after estimated taxes and deductions. Use that real-time visual data to build a healthier relationship with your labor, seeing exactly how many hours of work it takes to pay for specific daily expenses, without actually withdrawing the money early unless absolute necessity demands it. Earned wage access gives you ultimate control over your hard-earned money, but true financial security comes from using that control to build discipline rather than draining your paycheck early.